Up next, I want to invite onto stage our platinum sponsors for this event. And earlier, I had a word or two with one of the officials from ABSA. And I said, well, thank you for sponsoring the fundraiser. And they boldly responded and said, well, we sponsor this event every year. This is who we are. So ABSA, we acknowledge you as our platinum sponsor for the SANEF fundraiser and continue doing the excellent work that you're doing. I'm going to invite onto stage Mr. Mbhele, who's the ABSA Group Chief Marketing and Corporate Affairs Officer, who's going to give us just a couple of words and perhaps even help us understand why ABSA continues to believe in what the work of journalists are doing, especially because we know that you understand that our stories matter.
Our guest of honor, Judge President Mbhele, the SANEF executive, members of the media, esteemed guests, greetings to you all. There's an infamous black and white photograph of a young Phesi Qoboza, surrounded by 3 apartheid security police officers outside his offices in Industria. Dressed in a pinstripe shirt with an animal print tie, Qoboza appeared courageously undeterred as he was being detained following the midnight outlawing of 18 organizations, including the Union of Black Journalists, as well as 3 newspapers, 2 of which he himself edited. It is ironic that just 2 days later, on the 21st of October, 1977, an editorial written by Phesi Qoboza would appear in the New York Times, entitled, "In South Africa, Black Misery." In it, he wrote, and I quote, "It is never too late to do the right thing. It is never too late to transform the might of South Africa into the might of justice and dignity for all." In many ways, these words continue to echo the mandate for the media today. Standing as unwavering pillar of democracy, human rights, sustainable development, and of course, the rule of law. They remind us of our profound responsibility to uphold the truth and to be the voice for those who cannot speak for themselves. So colleagues, as we gather here tonight, we are not just celebrating your achievements. We are honoring the sacrifices of those who came before us, like Phesi Qoboza. We remember the courage of pioneers who faced unimaginable adversity with unwavering resolve. Their legacy is our guiding light, inspiring us to continue telling the stories of our communities with passion and with empathy. This year holds special significance for us as a nation as we commemorate the 47th anniversary of Black Wednesday. It is a poignant reminder of the resilience and enduring spirit of those who dedicated their lives to the pursuit of justice and dignity for all. So as we reflect on the past 30 years of our democracy, we do so with a sense of pride. The media has undoubtedly played an indispensable role in shaping our society, ensuring that democracy and media freedom are inextricably linked, continuously teaching us that for our democracy to flourish, protecting the freedom of the press is essential. So we honor all of those sacrifices of the men and women who have devoted their lives to upholding this truth and accountability. Their work not only informs us, but empowers us. They ensure that we as a society are equipped with the knowledge to challenge injustice, hold power to account, and to shape the cause of our ever-evolving democracy. Beyond just delivering information, the media acts as a beacon of transparency, a guardian of public discourse, and a catalyst for change, driving progress in our political, economic, social, and cultural spheres. But we must also acknowledge the challenging environment that we all find ourselves in, the rise of social media, and the growing reliance on citizen journalism from unverified sources which have blurred the lines between credible reporting and unchecked misinformation. Artificial intelligence and deep fakes have further complicated this, making it increasingly difficult for audiences to discern fact from fabrication or fiction. In this climate, the role of professional journalists as gatekeepers of truth has never been more critical. Yet, they operate under immense pressure from shrinking newsrooms, reduced resources, and changing business models, meaning that they are expected to do more with less. So, Kathy, that's why at ABSA, we continue to support these initiatives for the media and with SANEF, because we recognize the critical role they play in telling stories that inspire change, that uphold accountability, and reinforce the rule of law. It is not a coincidence, ladies and gentlemen, that earlier this year we repositioned our brand and organization with the new tagline, "Your story matters." It matters because each and every one of us here, before we become journalists, before we become executives in business, before we become a judge president, a community, or whichever role we play in society, we all have our own stories. In line with our goal of being an active force for good, we also know that it is through collaborations like these that we can advance the interests of our country and continent by empowering Africa's tomorrow together, one story at a time. This year also marks 28 years since the formation of SANEF, which was established to protect these hard-won freedoms and to promote media ethics. In that breath, I want to conclude, I want to commend and support on behalf of my organization these efforts by SANEF in sustaining and enhancing media freedom as a cornerstone of our democracy. We wish you well as you continue to pursue this worthy cause and telling the stories of our country and its people. For you too, SANEF, your story matters.